Good day to Doctor and the audience. We are from Group 3 and we will start our presentation now. First of all, my name is May Wei, entry number 286669. Now, I will explain about the meaning of the event risk and event risk management. The event risk is the possibility that an unforeseen event will negatively affect an asset, organization, sector, environment, the people who attend the event, and will cause a loss to the stakeholder. There will be many types of event risks such as food and drink safety, crowd risk, fight issue, and other that will happen in the event which depend on the type and level of the conducted event. The event organization need to put effort in the event risk management, which is an active process of minimizing, eliminating event risk and taking preventative measures in case they materialize in the event. The public also have the responsible in this management by increasing awareness about the event risk. The two-way communication is important in creating attention from everyone in the event about the risk that happen.
My name is Afiq Khairulzamann and my metric number is 282050. Now I would like to continue to present about the importance of effective risk management in event. Effective risk management is critical in event planning and execution. Events, by the definition, it involves a variety of challenges and uncertainties that can result in disruptions or negative outcomes. Here are some of the main reasons why event risk management is so important. First, we must have contingency planning. This is for creating backup plans for different contingencies. Next, we have safety and security. A safe environment can be ensured by implementing measures to mitigate risk and identify potential hazard or security concern through effective risk management. Last but not least, we have learning and improvement. Any organizer can draw lessons from the experience by evaluating how well risk management techniques work.
Mistake makes by the event organizer in events. The first one is insufficient preparation. The second is neglecting weather condition. Poor communication. Failure to effectively communicate safety procedure and emergency plans to employees, contractors, and attendees. Insufficient training. A delay or infection response to safety incidents may result from event workers not receiving enough training in crowd management, emergency management, and first aid. The last one is lack of coordination with authorities.
My name is Siti Syafiqah, Binti Rafizal. My number matric is 293422. So today I will talk about common mistakes by the event organizer in event risk. Neglecting safety measures can increase the risk of accidents. The poor security measure can heighten the likelihood of theft, violence, or other security breaches. Fourth, neglecting the health in sanitation measures, especially in the context of contagious disease or public health concerns, can increase the risk of disease spread.
Hi, my name is Nurul, Hannani, Binti, Shuib, and my metric number 278648. So I will continue about risk typology. In the context of event management, risk typology is the sorting of hazard related to organizing, arranging, and managing events. The following are few popular risk typologies applied to event management. For example, source, type, and impact of risk. Firstly, source of risk, which are human caused, natural, and systematic risk. Next, type of risk, which are financial, operational, and compliant risk. And lastly, impact of risk, which are financial, reputational, and operational impact.
Foods and drink safety is crucial in events, catering service, ensuring proper operation, storage, transport, and service to prevent the illness, spoilage, waste, and legal issues. Around 17 people fell ill at the Aboriginal Language Trust Conference in New South Wales, Australia. The 27 that confirmed that salmonella infections. The responsibilities of event organizer is to ensure the food vendors that have a proper certification, set seafood preparation and storage guidelines, and monitoring hygiene practice. They should provide the hand washing stations, or maintain a regular cleaning schedule, and handle the waste properly to prevent the accumulation and spread of harmful microorganisms. For the public, they should to be educated on emergency procedure for the foodborne illness outbreaks and should seek medical attention promptly. A transparent system should be implemented for the reporting food safety concerns. Attendees also should maintain the good hygiene, include regular hand washing and easy to access hand sanitizing. Next is crowd event risk. Crowd event risk refers to the potential disruptions or incidents in large gatherings due to the factors like crowd behavior, security concerns, and infrastructure limitations requiring effective planning and response. For example, Halloween celebrations in Seoul led to 149 deaths and 115 injuries. The responsible for the event is the crowd flow management, involved the creating organized entry and exit points, using the barriers or a signage to prevent the congestion. A comprehensive emergency response plan, including the evacuation procedures and communications, is essential. Regular drills and trainings for event staff are also crucial. For the public, attendees should be aware of their surroundings and avoid the crowd-related incidents. Stay informed about the emergency procedures, evacuation routes, and assembly points. In case of an emergency, maintain the calmness and follow the instruction from event staff and emergency service to avoid the panic.
Stampede is a term used in event management to describe an abrupt, disorderly, and frequently violent rush or movement of a sizable crowd of people. Usually, it happens in one direction. So there are many factors that contribute to the stampede. One of the factors is overcrowding, panic, and last but not least, we have an inadequate crowd management. For example, one of the most tragic stampedes to occur in recent years was at A231 Festival in Houston, Texas on November 5th, 2021. 10 people died and hundreds more were injured when a crowd surged towards the stage during a performance by rapper Travis Scott. So, to avoid stampede, event organizers must develop comprehensive strategies for crowd control to put strong security measures in place. And lastly, event organizers also need to carry out emergency plans that are specially designed to deal with stampede hazards. Last but not least, I will explain about fighting risk. So fighting in terms of event management is a physical altercation or conflict that breaks out between attendees, but have the potential to quickly escalate, resulting in injuries, property damage, and event disruptions. Fighting sometimes occur when there are rivalry or intense competition, for example, in football match. Next is provocative behavior and alcohol and substance abuse. So to prevent this risk from happening, organizer needs to make sure everyone working at the event, such as security guards, ushers, volunteers, has received the necessary training to deal with possible conflicts. In addition, it is advisable for organizers to collaborate with nearby law enforcement organizations. This cooperation can involve exchanging event schedule, arranging security, and putting a plan in place for an expeditious reaction to any incidents. And finally, if alcohol is served during the event, the organizer should put appropriate measures in place for managing alcohol use.
Fire blackout. The terms of the fire blackout describe the unplanned, unexpected beginning of a streak of fire in specific areas. It suggests that the fire has started and is growing quickly, frequent without warning. An example of a fire blackout might be a fire starting in residential building due to an electrical fault. Responsible of event organizer for fire blackout. The first one is plan for emergency responses. Create and put into action a true to emergency response strategy that address fire occurrence and particular protocol. The second is procedure for evacuation. The third one is we need to be a good communication for the event during a fire blackout. Responsibility of public when fire blackout. The first one is stay calm and follow instruction and don't forget to evacuation. Stage collapse. A stage collapse refers to a sudden failure or collapse of stage structure or any event when equipment, speaker or actors are positioned at elevated platform or structure. Responsibility of event organizer. The first one is structural integrity. The stage structural ability to safely support the scheduled events and be structured in accordance with code is the organizer responsibility. Emergency planning. To reduce damage in the event of unanticipated event, organizers should be comprehensive emergency plans in place. Responsibility of public when stage collapse. The first one is following instruction. The fourth is clearing the areas. Evacuating from the collapsed stage area by traveling along approved roads in order to get to the several areas.
Next is traffic problem. Traffic problem can be defined as traffic congestion, which is a traffic phenomenon characterized by a slower vehicle speed, longer trip time, and increased queuing of vehicles. This is because of the number of vehicles is larger than the capacity of the road and parking area, negative condition at the event venue, and poor planning by event organization. The example past event is the World Food India Festival 2017 at India Gate happened serious traffic congestion at the main road because of the arrival of numerous delegates. Thus, the strategy to avoid this risk is the event organization need to have traffic team and corporate security team and traffic police to prepare a traffic planning and contingency plan. For the public, they need to follow the instruction by using the parking area effectively. Next is waste problem. Waste refers to unwanted or unusable material that is produced through the activity of humans. The main cause of this risk is attendees' lack of awareness about the waste problem in the event and the event organizer lack of ability in preparing enough places to throw rubbish. The example of past event is the Woodstock Music and Art Fair 1969 in Bedford happened serious waste problem which the music fans had left a mountain of trash after the music fair ended. The strategy to avoid this risk is the event organizer utilizing volunteers and potential sponsorship for the clean up aspect, preparing enough dustbin in the event, and making announcement to increase awareness. For the public, they should throw the rubbish at the right places and avoid the food waste.
My name is Mustika Binti Misnari. My metric number is 296140 and I would like to present about weather. Weather is also one of the common risks that have been faced by the event organizer. Weather change can create dangerous situation at live event. For example of the event is the recent sad event that occurred at the Taylor Swift concert in Brazil that has claimed the life of a fan served as a sobering reminder of what might occur. Even though it was supposedly over 40 Celsius outdoor, but according to a metric called the heat index, this would have felt close to 60 degrees Celsius due to the excessive humidity. Event organizer have to do weather consideration. The second responsibility of the event organizer is emergency response plan. Event organizer also need to have emergency equipment. For the responsible of the public is, publics are responsible to make a health consideration. Following instruction are also important when participants opt to adhere to some well safe direction and rule given by occasion, coordinated and security staff. The next risk is financial loss, which means any unforeseen or unexpected occurrence that can cause losses for investor or other stakeholder in a company or investment. The example of the event is the 2026 Commonwealth Games, where left in the lurch after Australia Victoria State pulled out from hosting the event due to budget blowouts. The responsibilities that have to carry out by the event organizer is identification of risk, do documentation for future planning by reporting illustrations, learn and systems that demonstrate compelling or need improvement. And furthermore, publics are responsible in ticket purchases by choosing to go to an occasion and buy tickets straightforwardly can impact the occasion's income. Last but not least, merchandise and concession. Public commitment to buying occasion product adds to general income. Restricted support here might affect the occasion monetary achievement.
My name is Pei Xin and my matrix number is 2932F1. Now I'm going to present the environmental provisions. Measures of precaution put in place to address and mitigate the possible influence of environmental elements on the success or safety of an event are referred to environmental provisions. Events are exposed to a range of environmental threats that may originate from natural or man-made causes, regardless of whether they are outdoor festivals, sporting events, or other types of gatherings. For example, Coachella music event, it applies special manage pressure by gathering 100,000 people at one location and time. Because as transportation contributes directly to climate change, the emissions that it produces have the worst effects on the environment. The first responsibility of event organizer is assessment of environmental impacts. Next is water management. The last one is sustainable event practices to minimizing the ecological impact of the event. Next is about the responsibility of the public. The first one is water conservation. Second, energy consumption. The third one is community engagement. The last one is respect for nature. The next event is water supply. System for supplying water has been determined to be the most important due to their significant influence on public health. Storage tanks and pipelines may allow some impurities to seep into the water distribution system. For example, Ganesh Chaturthi festival caused a water shortage. The residents are forced to rely on rainwater, which is frequently contaminated for all purposes except drinking and cooking. Responsibility of event organizer is alternative water source. Next, emergency water plans to help develop emergency reactions plans for water shortage. The third one is communication with authorities. The next one is responsibility of the public. Supporting water saving technologies. The next one is responsible for outdoor water use to minimizing water use.
Next, electrical supply. Anything from a minimal gathering to an extensive celebration require electricity to function. However, some hazards can harm the electrical system and interrupt or stop an event. These are some of the most common reasons why events pose a risk to the electricity supply. Among them are ground problems and power outage. An example of a past event was during the Super Bowl LIV halftime show on February 2, 2020. According to the firm, electronic device tripped unnecessarily because the setting were not set up correctly. The following safety measures should be taken by event planners to reduce the risk. Firstly, create a backup plan in case of a power outage. Always check electrical cords and wires for damage. Use a surge protector. Use electrical equipment of the appropriate size. Use a ground fault circuit interpreter GFCI to prevent electric shock. Next, personal hygiene. The concept of poor personal hygiene at an event describes a situation where guests at an event ignore appropriate standard of hygiene and personal hygiene. This can manifest itself in a number of ways, such as poor hand hygiene, inappropriate waste disposal, neglect of personal grooming, and disregard for general hygiene guidelines. An example of a past event is when Bonaro Music and Art Festival. There were over 200 incidents of salmonellosis among attendees. The following safety measures should be taken by event planners and participants to reduce this risk. First, promote breathing ethics, keep the facility clean and tidy, encourage good hand hygiene, practice food safety precaution, encourage good hygiene habits, and encourage participants to maintain a healthy lifestyle.
Next, I'm going to talk about the tips for event organizer. First is start planning the event early. Start organizing your event 4 to 6 months in advance if it will be a huge event. Next, having a backup plan is very unusual for an event to go off without at least one problem. The third one is stick to a budget. The fourth one is negotiate. Make sure to include rules in your contracts with your vendors that address what will happen in the event. The fifth one is choose a venue with care. The sixth one is plan your program. Think about the content you wish to include in the event schedule. The next one is create a timeline and a checklist in order to stay on track. The last one is ask for feedback. Collect input from the staff, vendors, attendees, and clients to evaluate the overall performance of the event and determine fields for advancement.